Another edition of the Sports Web. I'm Peter Blake. Thank you very much for joining me. And Super Bowl 49 is on Sunday, and it features the defending champion Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. I'll give you my prediction in a little bit, but I have 3 questions for both teams. And the first team that's up is the Patriots. The number 1 question on my mind: how will this team be affected by Deflategate? It's been the top story all week. Will it be a motivational tool, or will it be an unnecessary distraction? It's something that bears to be watched. Now, number 2, can this defense stop Marshawn Lynch and this potent rushing attack of the Seahawks? I'm not sure if they can, but it's going to be interesting to watch. On top of that, once this defense is able to stop Lynch, then you have to be accountable for Russell Wilson getting outside of the pocket. And also, the Seahawks like to run a lot of read option looks. So can the Patriots be disciplined enough in the Super Bowl? And number 3, can the Patriots avoid deja vu? In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time the Patriots were in a Super Bowl in Glendale, Arizona, they got thoroughly dominated by a defense in the name of the New York Giants. So the Seattle Seahawks are one of the top defenses, if not the top defense in the NFL. Tom Brady, LeGarrette Blount, Rob Gronkowski have to be on top of their game. They cannot afford to turn over the ball, and they have to step up because this defense is so physical. You saw it last year versus the Denver Broncos. For the Seattle Seahawks, the number 1 question on my mind: what's the injury status of Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas? I mean, both of these players mean so much to their teams. Sherman being the best corner in the league, cutting off half of the field, and Earl Thomas running around in the secondary, making so many plays with reckless abandon. Number 2, how will Russell Wilson play after one of his worst games in his NFL career, throwing 4 interceptions versus the Green Bay Packers? Correct me if I'm wrong again, but the Green Bay Packers aren't as good as the New England Patriots on defense. The Patriots get after it. They're going to get after Wilson. He's going to have to make good decisions. And on top of it, you have a secondary that features Darrelle Revis on one side and Brandon Browner on the other. That's right, former Seahawk Browner. So it's going to be an interesting matchup on Sunday. And number 3, can the Seahawks, as a defense, as good as they are, make the New England Patriots a one-dimensional team? It seems like the Patriots have found their runner in LeGarrette Blount, who ran for 148 yards versus the Indianapolis Colts. Will the Seahawks be up to the task? They better be. My final prediction is the Seattle Seahawks 20-17 over the New England Patriots on the strength of having one of the best defenses in the NFL. And Russell Wilson will be the MVP because he's able to make great decisions and use his mobility to get outside of the pocket. For another edition of the Sports Web, I'm Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Hey, I'm just here so my show doesn't get canceled.